What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on Antoine Vermette's, availability at the deadline, and the Coyotes are asking a lot for him. They supposedly want a first and a prospect back for him, and I like Vermette. 31 points in 48 games, good second line play. He's leading the Coyotes in scoring, but they're not a high scoring bunch. It's like minus 11 too. I know people want to marginalize that, and I think in this circumstance it's worth being marginalized because the Coyotes suck, and you're going to be a bad. You're going to have a bad plus minus just because the team's awful. But, still, I high price for a guy like that. I think there's going to be a full fire sale in the desert. I look at, Keith Yandel will probably get moved at some point from Matt. Shane Doan's a different circumstance. I'm going to do a whole different piece on Doan, talking about that. I meant to do it last night, just never got around to it. But, I think it's... I think he can help a contending team, but he's not the be-all, end-all. I don't see him as being what gets what carries a team in the playoffs. Maybe he's that missing piece to the puzzle for a team, but, playoff numbers aren't bad. 10 points in 16 playoff games for the Coyotes in 2012. No points in his previous 8 playoff games before that. Actually, kind of a bit player in those Senators teams back in the mid-2000s. So, career high points, 65 with the Jackets. And again, he's 32. He'll be 33 in July. He's not getting any younger. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I mean, I'm sure I'd re-sign wherever he went. I think the Rangers are kicking the tires on him. Teams that, I think the Bruins will inquire about him. I think he ends up in the East for whatever that's worth. That's just my gut feeling. I don't have an insider say on that. I just think that's the thing with him. But yeah, it's really... If you're going to give up a first and a prospect for him, that's a little much. But the Buffalo Sabres got a first back for Gostad 3 years ago, so I mean, it's not unheard of. And I think Vermette's a better player than Gostad. But again, still kind of a weird situation. Arizona could move to re-sign him. Don't think that's going to happen, but don't rule it out either. Maybe it's still kind of... Mackenzie tweeted this earlier. Ducks, Blackhawks, Avalanche, Canadiens, Rangers, Senators, Blues. So that's, they want a first-round pick and a prospect/young NHLer. That's a little much. And this is Mackenzie, so you can take it to the bank with that. But, it's still a tough situation to be in. If you want to get a rental player, I don't think he's the one. I think you've got to be a foolish general manager or really, really, really view him as the missing piece to win the Stanley Cup, because that's a lot for this guy. But, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ on Antoine Vermette's market out there. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.